Senator Hinojosa.
Just while we get the next panel lined up,
Sure.
just a quick observation.
Sure.
Not when you take an app, and I don't know what the criteria is, but it seems to me that not everybody can, or anybody can be a nurse. Not anybody can be a pilot. Is there some type of personality test, or at least some type of criteria that is used to, where you don't accept all applicants that want to be caseworkers? Something that shows that they do have the type of ability or character or personality to deal with this type of issue. Just an observation while I was listening to the
It's a
testimony.
good observation, yeah. I'll bet you're Mr. Odom. Senator, sorry, Representative Dutton.
Pays the same.
Pays the same, yes. Yes.
I was going to ask you a question real
Sure.
quickly.
Sure.
Do we know whether or not the Sunset Commission staff heard any of these complaints about CPS?
I don't know the answer to that. Where's, oh, hello. Can I ask you all, just, you know, yeah. Will you identify yourself, please, for the record?
For the record, my name is Amy Tripp with Sunset Staff.
Representative Dutton was asking during the process if you heard any of those complaints that we're hearing
We did.
today.
We actually got some responses to our report, and during the review as well, from some of the same folks and some other ones as well.
Okay.
Did that?
Sure.
That didn't make it into y'all's report at all, and I'm wondering why.
Well, because what we were looking at is if the agency had an avenue for complaints, and they do, and we weren't really sure how to improve that. Because that's what we can fix, is
Right.
making sure there's a process for those things. But
Well-
we can't address individual cases.
Oh, I'm not suggesting that. I guess I was wondering
Kind of
who's
runs to a different level.
who's protecting our children from Children Protective Services.
It's a fair question.
I mean, and if the process doesn't work, I mean, I assume you all evaluated the process to see whether it worked or not.
The complaints process?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, what we were looking for was, is the agency getting the word out about it? They had an 800 number. You know, we looked at the time that it takes them to process complaints, and we didn't identify any issues
You
specific to that.
didn't look at any resolutions then of the complaints to determine whether or not the system allowed full exposure to complainants such that you could now evaluate whether or not the system works.
We didn't get into evaluating individual complaints and trying to kind of second guess what the agency was doing. We just couldn't get that far down in detail.
Well, having been here last session when we took a look at the State Judicial Commission, for example, one of the things we did is we didn't just look at whether they had a complaint system. We looked at the results and whether or not that complaint system, of that system, and whether or not it accomplished, because the system wasn't designed just for reporting. I mean, it's designed to remedy the problem, and maybe the process works, but the process can only work if it results in a remedy to whatever the problem that's been alleged. And I don't mean evaluating each complaint. No, that's not what I'm getting at. But even if you did just a sampling of the complaints to determine whether the process works the way we intend for it to work.
Madam Chair?
And I guess we didn't do any of that.
That was not, we looked basically at their complaints process to make sure that they had an avenue.
They had one,
for this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we didn't get down to that level of
All
detail.
right. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Madam Chair.
Okay, you'll get your chance. Hang on. Thank you.
Sure.